Yeah, hello. What we're going to look at today, we're going to look at the new tram lining system on all platforms, console PC. I'm a console player myself, so this review is on the console. But also, like I say, PC as well, I got this mod. But I'll just show you where it is in the shop. You just have to go across to miscellaneous, and that's called the DriveLiner Pro and the DriveLiner Arcade. The difference between the two is Pro, you can adjust it, the track settings, offset it and do different things. This one's more simplified, as already adjusted to 2.5 meters wide. So that's one we'll be using today, the arcade one. Right, so let's get back to it. Here they are. Two yellow things there, a little bit weird. Because you raise them up and down, but they've got no brackets to lift up and raise up and down. That's my only gripe about the mod. But in theory it actually works. So I've already drilled 3 parts of the headland on this field and put the tram lines in, as you can see. I've also done the top headland, but I haven't done this bottom headland. And I'm going to be doing 24 metre spraying and fertilising width of the tram lines. So hence the headland tram line will be 12 metres from the border of the field, from the outside edge. So what I do is I've already been across once and done a 6 metre full width crossed, as you can see. And then what I'm doing is now I'm doing a half width across. So as you can see by the centre line down my bonnet, you have to run on the edge of your drilling and overlap 3 metres. So we'll fire up and make sure I've got my tram lines up in the air. Right, let's start the seeder going. You can put it on hard work. I personally put it on hard work to keep everything more straighter, because obviously on console we haven't got GPS. I normally stop hard work on myself, stop him from taking out the other tram lines. So now this third time across we're going to put a tram line in. So if you look at the back, on console that's R1 and the R3 rubberized button. So we're now going to put our tram line in. Which if you have a look you'll see. But lovely tram line. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start drilling the main field. We've already put one boat across. We are going to be working. We're going to make sure you put your tram liners back up. We're going to be putting a tram liner every 4th time across the field. So as you can see, we've already been across once from a headland tram line. So this one will be twice. I want to try it in this field because it's a bit hilly and slopey, so I thought that'd be a good test. I'm drilling sunflowers on here, this particular field. That's the only problem. You're best probably to lift it up yourself. Cut the hard work, or otherwise they take out your tram line if you're not careful. So we're now going across the third time. So if you are using a 6 metre seeder and you're on 24 metres, you do it every fourth time across. But you can do whatever you want. You just have to buy the right sized seeder accordingly. But I should lift it up, otherwise we're gonna have the same problem. So now I'm on 24 metres. I will now put the tram liner in. So you drop your tram liners down, there they come, right down as far as I'll go. Seeder in the ground. As you can see, your tram liners are going in. Or your tram lines, I should say. The reason why you have these discs on the back, the actual inside the cyclone head, you've got covers what turn off automatically when you've got tram liner mode in, so it cut like possibly a lot of the time 2 rows either side. But the reason why you've got the discs, they're what you call pre-emergent markers, these discs. So say if you wanted to come and put some fertiliser or spray this field tomorrow, or on another occasion, you know where you got to drive, because you've got all these where the discs are cut into the ground, so you know where to run with your sprayers. That's the object of them. Just make sure, like I say, you lift them tram lines up after you put a tram line in. But obviously in reality you have a in-cab computer, and you've got a number system, 1 to 4, and every 4th one that knows to put a tram line in. So I always quickly lift up, otherwise you take your tram line if you're not careful. So that's 1. And they're going across the second time after putting the tram line in. But I can leave hard work to turn round and match up, but I can't because he cuts out the outside tram line, drives in it. So this will be our 3rd time across. But obviously the more bigger drills that you have, the more wider your tram lines are in a field. Some people in modern day do 40 metres. I know, but a bit big, especially on small fields. I know a farmer who's got a 40 metre sprayer in reality, but he finds it a bit difficult because he's got some small fields. But the thing is, when you put your tram lines in wide apart, you obviously ain't losing so much crop. So now we've got to put a tram liner back in. Obviously you're not losing so much crop because less tram lines, less cutting out the seed. There we go, there's another one across. I cut that one out. Get them to get them markers up in the air, them discs. I'm really enjoying this mod personally myself. When you put tram lines in reality, if you've got posts in the field, you have to lock your numbers so they don't keep clicking up, because you can go around a post in a field. Say on number 4 putting a tram line in, and then you go the other side of the post, you've lifted your seeder up and it automatically click up on the computer back to number 1 on your computer in cab, and you're not putting a tram line in. So you've got to be very, in reality, there's a lot to think about when you're on the seeder. So this is our second time across. Obviously we're going to put a tram line in this other side, because we started off over that other side, so it's our second time across. This will be our third. But as you can see, if you do it right, you can soon quickly get over a field. Like I say, the bigger seeders you've got, the more wide you can have them. 40 metres, 24. They ain't really no 12 metres like they used to be down my way years ago. So this one's going to come a tram line, but you'll see in a minute we shall probably need the tram line when we spray the field. There you go. You can't do nothing about that. That's just how it comes sometimes when you put tram liners in, when you start one side of the field. Right, so that's the field seeded. Remember to put my tram liners back up in the air. Should hopefully get a nice field of sunflowers. We should have a sprayer here somewhere. I hope it's going to work okay. Because like I say, not with a proper GPS system you can't sometimes get it quite right. I'm hoping it's going to be fairly right. Get me sprayer up in the air a bit. So here we go, let's just see. It's not too bad at all. Might want to put my sprayer up a little bit more. That's better. Obviously it might not match up quite right because of the field. Bit unlevel. That seems to be doing a pretty good job to me. If you look at the end where my sprayer is spraying in the field, sometimes they didn't put no chemical on, which is a bit annoying. If you look to the left of me, at the back, I'm spraying a lot wider than what I was saying. The sprayer ain't very good, the sprayer. That's not getting right to the ends with the spray. You can now see why I got that tram line beside that other one when it would come for 4 boats for me to put it in. That should fill that bit in now. As you can see, like, there's a little bit there, but that's just sprayer. But I hope you've enjoyed this video on the new tramlining system, not only on console but all platforms. Please give it a go yourself, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Really getting realism in the game now. So until the next one, like I say, hit the like button. If you ain't already subbed to the channel, sub to the channel and hit the notification bell when you know when I do my live streams. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.